Hi guys, so this is the third video of the making engrain target on a budget. So after I have glued every piece to each other and to the left side and the bottom frame, I clamped it together with using four. Try to take it far away so you can see four ratchet tie downs. Now first I clamp it this way. I put a couple of blocks under it. Also have to have an extra block because my table is bigger than the target, so actually the ratchets are pulling on the frame and on the target, not on the edge of my crafting table. So first two on the up and down, it's gonna be the vertical part of the target, and then I forgot to show you, I have actually glued on the top frame piece, but there is nothing on the right hand side. The right hand side frame is not being put on, and it hasn't, the top, so is the bottom, so is the left hand side, has not been cut to size. Now the beauty of the whole thing is these wedges. So every place, every time when there is a gap, I put a 4x2 in here, and every time there is a gap on every row I put in some wedges to push it towards the other side. This will make it tight enough. I usually leave it to dry for a day or two. I live in a quite humid environment, and it's not that warm as we're going into winter, so I will probably leave it like 3 or 4 days like this. Now once I'm happy that the target has dried, I'll take off the clamps, take away the wedges, find the lowest or the shortest row, and make a right angle with the bottom frame. Put my circular saw on that line and just push it along, and that way it's gonna be a nice clean cut on this side. Then all I have to do is, just like on the other side, get a right hand side one of these top palings and basically glue it and bolt it on two corners. Now the last piece of the puzzle is the backboard, which is only screwed to the frame. It's not screwed to the individual blocks. It does not screw anywhere else. It's only screwed to the frame. Therefore it's not glued to the blocks either. So at a later date, if I need to repair the target, I simply unscrew the backing board, take it off, square out the donut, the hole that I made, and glue some other pieces in there, and then put the backing board back onto it. So anyway, this is how I make my targets. Now I would like to emphasize the fact, if you look at here, this is not a perfect cut. If look at here, it's not a perfect alignment. This is second-hand timber. This is piece of pallet wood. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you make this as a woodworking project and you need to be, showing off to your whoever that how great is your woodworking skills. If you're just making a knife throwing target, it will be destroyed. The job of these targets are to be destroyed. Now my targets, they last between 4 to 7 months with about 3 to 5 hours throwing a week. Now I threw mostly instinctive, So the biggest implement is about 300 grams that I throw at my targets. I do not throw tomahawks or axes or hatchets at it. I assume because this is actually just, it is really second grade timber, it will not last as long if you throw hatchets or anything else at it. But for my implements, it works really well. And the best part about it, the only cost is actually to go get the pellets and the glue. Other than that, everything else is basically free. Now, the last thing I would like to mention, yes, you do need a piece of storage area because I never cut just enough blocks for one target. I cut them, store them, actually cut them, sort them, and then store them for a later day. When this target's gonna start to get a bit used up, I'll start make another one. So I'm continuously making one target while I'm using the other. So I can't really tell you exactly how long the total construction time takes, but I would say that's a whole weekend if I would add all the pieces together. But since I do a couple of hours here and a couple of hours there, it's actually not that long. So yeah, if any questions, please do ask. Other than that, enjoy, and I will make a final video in a good few days time once I bolted the left side on, and then how does the whole thing looks like. All right, thanks guys, see ya.